Hello, everyone. So I'm going to read something to you. I have gotten to where I do not shy away from not sharing anymore because if I don't, I'm taking it out of people's hands and somebody else is going to do it that's a little bit more bolder than I am, right? So I've gotten to where I go in for it. And you did say go in for the kill, but it's not even that. You're going in to bless other people as fast as you can. Well, I have a new doctor and I felt like we have a really great connection. So I went in for it and I just sent her a message while we were on Carissa's call. And I said, would love to have a meeting with you and Justin, which is her other practitioner or doctor, about some of the supplements that I think would be great for your practice there to offer for your patients. Would you be open to having a meeting sometime once I get back? And she said, I'm sure that would be just fine. Stacy can set up all of the meeting and we can look at both of our schedules. So never shy away, even if you're not a nurse or a doctor or anything. These supplements could be incredible at practices like this or wherever. And so this is one where both Justin and Melissa left medicine and created their own practice. And so this is a perfect opportunity because they're offering supplements and stuff, right? They're already doing all of that. And I'm taking one of their vitamin Ds. But I just realized this could be huge for them to offer everything plexus wise, the probiotics, the multivitamin, like all of this. And so I'm going to do a lot of research and I'll have some time ahead of time to talk to people about how they might have, talked to people in the medical field like this or pitched an idea to this nature. How did it go? Julia, I'm going to ask you as well. And because here's my thing. I don't have that background knowledge, but it doesn't stop me from asking, right? Because if we don't ask, then somebody else will. So there's my win for tonight. And then I also had meeting after meeting. So it was super good today. Go ahead.
I will top it off of that too. And I have felt the same way, that I have been a little bit more bolder in just talking. More so just because I know what we have works and I'm confident that it will help people. And so I actually spoke to one of my doctors today that I was working with. He's a really sweet guy, Christian guy that has always been really supportive of me and doing my coaching stuff and my naturalistic stuff. He's very much more natural minded. Anyways, so he actually told me, he's like, keep me posted on that. I would love to sit down and chat with you sometime about it. So I was like, awesome. So it is, people are willing. I think the thing is, you have to read your room.
Yeah.
You have to be aware of their heart, because obviously the doctor that told me that vitamins and supplements were never proven to help anybody would not even be anybody I would even want to ask.
Right.
So just kind of keeping that in mind and keeping in mind your people that seem more open to natural minds and the way that the body naturally heals. Pray about it, just talk to them, build those relationships, and then just be open about how you feel about it. So we all have learned to love the products because they work, and we've seen amazing testimonies from people that they're changing their lives as well as ourselves. So the other thing I was going to say is, I have a friend of mine who actually reached out to me randomly. I had not been actually talking to her at all. And she was like, hey, I'd love to talk to you about Plexus sometime. Well, I invited her to Saturday. She came Saturday. And then I also had lunch set up with her today. And so I had messaged her and said, are you still wanting to go to lunch tomorrow? Because I thought, since she went Saturday, and I said, because I knew she was making it in a time frame that she was going to be a little bit rushed. And so I offered it to her. She said, well, I just have some more questions. We don't have to if you don't want to, but I still, I want to know some of this information. And I said, let's just get you feeling better. I said, let's meet. I'm happy to meet. I want to meet with you. I just want to make sure it was, going to work okay with your schedule. And then I said something to her, and the very first thing, and you guys, I have changed the way that I talk to people whenever I start the conversation. I said, first and foremost, I ask everybody, is this possibly something that could be a blessing to you if you made a couple $100 a month off of it? And I said, it could even help pay for your supplements. And I said, I know it's not for everybody, but I ask everybody first and foremost, because it changes the trajectory of how, the different things that we talk about. And she said, well, I actually sold Rodan and Fields for a while. And I had taken Plexus years ago. I honestly didn't even know why I was taking it. So I just didn't have a whole lot of information. She's like, so I don't really she of course was like, I don't really consider myself a salesperson, but I mean, it's definitely not out of the question. So like, if I would have just led into the products, I would have completely missed that opportunity. And I've learned that, like, that is definitely something I've learned over the last few months. Is so I automatically, it is uncomfortable when I first started doing it. It's not uncomfortable now, but when I first started leading with that, it was uncomfortable. But the more you do with it, the more you're like, you know what, this isn't a big deal. I'm literally doing them a favor if I can help them get their products paid for. So I think switching your mindset on that and helping yourself realize that it's not about you. You're actually offering them something, and offer them the hard thing first, right? Do that, get it out of the way. If they say no, then you're like, okay, great. I know it's not for everybody. I just wanted to make sure I didn't, miss that opportunity for you. So I highly recommend chatting with people in that way now, because every single person I've talked to, I think I've only had one, well, not every single, but I literally have not had very many people tell me they weren't interested in hearing more about that opportunity. So
I think that that's huge going. And here's the thing, you fall into the business first and then you fall products after. I did that today. I had my first meeting was with an older customer, got her signed up and then talked about the business and how, I signed up Jason because they're going to be ordering a lot and how she could, double dip in that aspect. And if she found 2 more after that, she could make $300 or more and continue each month if that's another thing that she wants or could bless her family. She's open to it. But the beautiful part about it is we also talked about God and where her journey is with that, and a beautiful thing. And it was powerful. And then on top of that, I had another girl that we met. So when I went to the spa with Hannah, me, Teresa, and Hannah met this girl named Lydia. Lydia came over and it was a beautiful, awesome, long meeting today, but she signed up. She's excited. She's going to be starting the business. And she already is, we're working on her, I'm going to be working with her at 9:00 to hopefully get this business started because she needs the income. She works 4 jobs. And so I'm trying to help alleviate that for her. Here's the thing. Don't ever think because somebody has several jobs, they can't do this. Busier people equal, they make the time happen. They find the time, where a lot of people, if you feel like, well, they already work a full-time job, there's people out there working she has 4 jobs and she's finding time to do and have meetings like today. So just don't shy away from that. Okay. So I'd love to hear more wins of what happened for you this week already starting, or this weekend. What are wins for you right now?
My air conditioner's fixed.
That's huge. And eating your popsicle, that's a perfect thing. I like it.
Sarah, I was just going
I'm
to tell.
trying to cool my body down because I just had practice and we had to practice in a gym with no air conditioner. So I'm cooling my body down.
Good for you.
Girl.
So am I, with birthday cake, ice cream cake.
Hey, there you go. I love it.
I will say, I did an 1.5-hour surgery today with no air conditioning. It was terrible.
Girl.
I felt so bad for my doctors that were all gowned up, and it was so bad. Anywho, it made me think of you. So.
Oh man. Okay. More wins. Let's hear them.
I survived my SI joint injection today. I didn't think I was going to.
Hey. Oh.
Now we'll see if it works.
How's it
It
feeling
wasn't
right now?
as it's okay right now. He told me to ice it and take it easy for a week. I was all like, I have 8 kids. I was all like, are you babysitting? But no, it wasn't too bad. Just lots of pressure, and I'm just thankful it's done, and I'm hoping that it actually works, considering I've had a ton of injections, and I've just kind of been frustrated at this point.
Ashley, did Bree take you?
No, they told me I needed a driver, and I told them I didn't have a driver. So
You do. And she's right here. You just call
I,
me.
I know, but I didn't want to bother anyone. So I
Stop that.
drove home by myself, and they weren't happy about it.
Well, next time you tell me when.
Okay.
I'll come take you. But hopefully there won't be a next time.
I'm hoping
How
not.
about that? Okay. Proud of you, my friend. I'm sure that did not feel good.
Okay, who else?
I'm thinking Sam might be putting kids to bed. So that's my assumption.
Okay. Well, I know Teresa had a win today because she was at a lot of the meetings with me, and I'll let her share her wins, but she did
I
an
was gonna
awesome
say, is she
job.
working?
Huh?
Is she working?
No, I don't think she's working. She looked like she was walking.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, she did an awesome job today.
We'll make her sure when she comes back.
Yes, for sure. And then also I got everything done other than food for the prayer retreat this weekend. And I have been prepping for months. And so I'm really excited about that. So that's another win. That's done.
Hannah, what about you? How's your family doing? If you can speak. Maybe. Maybe not.
Maybe not. Hanging in there.
Okay.
Okay.
I've been thinking about you, girlie. I'm praying for you.
I know you had a migraine or a headache not that long ago.
Oh. There's Teresa.
Yay. Teresa,
And
what were
Sam
your
says,
wins today?
I don't know. What were my wins today? What are you talking about?
What are some wins from the last few days? We'll just do it that way.
Well, today was really cool because you mentioned Lydia, right? Yeah. So that was a really cool interaction because I'm convinced that God like intersected our paths so that she can feel his love in a different way. And that was really cool to be a part of that and just kind of like see things play out, hear more of her story, and be able to encourage her and just like start a friendship that I feel like is going to blossom. And I don't know. And also I'm really excited for her to do Lexus because I think that's going to change a lot for her.
I agree. I cannot wait for y'all to get to meet her. She has a past unlike any other, but it's beautiful and redeeming and just everything God is doing in her story. So anyway, you'll get to meet her hopefully soon. I forgot what I was gonna say. Julia, do you want to take over?
Yep. Sam, I was just encouraging you. I promise it doesn't last forever, but enjoy it while it does, because then all of a sudden they're teenagers. You know this with Addison. And then they don't want to cuddle as much anymore. So enjoy it while you can, my friend. Oh yeah, Cassie's didn't sleep. Okay. Okay. I had the idea, I kind of chatted with Cassie about this a little bit earlier. So I would love to chat about goals. And when I say goals, I want to know who wants to be silver or gold or ruby or anything like that. I want to know what your goal is for your business for this week. And we kind of talked about as much as silver, ruby, and gold are realistic goals, I also want to make them action goals. And at least for me, like to see growth in my business, you have to take action, right? You can't just say, well, this is what I want to do and then not take action. So I kind of bounced some ideas off of her, but my thought was, we have our reset group starting next week, and tomorrow is the last day for people to order. So I would like to do is a team challenge with that. We'll talk a little bit more about that in just a second, but that is more just to kind of, what do I want to say? Bring a little bit more activity to our group, because our group has been very quiet lately and I miss it. I'm just going to be completely honest. I miss you guys. And I feel like we just need to remember that, yeah, school busyness, I mean, just work in general, like life is busy. Single parenting, all these different things are busy. And so I want to challenge you guys to make it realistic for where you are right now, but also to remember the gift that God's given us in the sense of what we have through Plexus. And so what I'd like to do is go around, and if you are putting kiddos to bed or not able to talk right now, that's totally fine. If you'll just text it in the chat, because here's what I want to remember. So whoever your upline is, me, Cassie, Hannah, we're all here to help you. And we want to see you thrive. We want to be able to hold you to what you want to achieve. And I personally know if I didn't have Cassie there helping encourage me and lift me up, and also saying, okay, this is what you've told me, like, where are you at with this? And I know I have to chat with her about it, then I wouldn't grow like I do on a regular basis. And I know it comes from her heart to be able to see me grow. And she knows that I have the heart, and I love Plexus and I love the community we have, and it's so priceless. So I would like to know what your goals are that we can help hold you accountable for this week. And so what I kind of suggested was maybe make a goal setting session where we set some realistic goals of something you can achieve this week, whether it be something you want to do daily or something you want to have done by next Tuesday when we meet back. And even if you're not here, we'll still catch up with you, follow up with you, and help hold you accountable / encourage you. Because obviously, how do I want to say this? Obviously, we all love each other here. We're all good friends. I feel like your family. So it's just one of those things that holding each other accountable is a little bit different, because it's like pulling you up, right? Pulling you up to what we know you've talked about, and we know where your heart is, and we know what your goals are, your dreams are, and things like that. And so having that group, that connection, that unity to be able to do that every week, to me, with my clients and stuff that I work with my coaching stuff, that's what a lot of them go for. They're looking for somebody to help them grow and change and learn and get better. And that's what we're here for, right? Each of us want to grow better in ourselves. We want to grow better in our businesses. We want to grow better in our businesses because we want to see others grow better. And so if you guys don't mind, I would like to take some time, and if Cassie, you're good with this, I'd like to take maybe like 10 minutes and everybody share just a couple minutes of, what I'm going to think about this, because I had a plan, but then I thought, and then I kind of stopped in my tracks. So give me a second to make sure that I'm going to say this the way I'm supposed to say it. I would like to know what initially, like, what is your fire under you with your business? Like, what is it, like your why? But I want to know deeper. I want to pay for my bills. I want to know why you love Plexus, why you love our community, whatever it is about Plexus that you love. I want to know why. And then I would like you to set a goal, one achievable goal that you can achieve by next Tuesday. So I'll go first, so you guys can have an idea of what I'm thinking. Not necessarily you have to go by what I'm thinking, but just what's on your heart. But obviously I love Plexus because I truly believe that God has designed our bodies to heal in amazing fashions that we don't even give it credit for. And I believe our community shows the love of Christ through that. And so I would love to expose people to the products, but even more community if they're to it. Just the product after, then God, that's what God's got him after. And that's okay. I'm totally okay with that. But my heart is, because I know behind what we have, I want to shine that to his goal, or that is my why. And then my goal is I want to make at least one business reach out. I'm not going to say every day because I always do that and then I never achieve it. Shouldn't say never, not never, but I don't always ish. So I would like to have 3 business reach outs by next Tuesday. 3 business reach outs to 3 people that maybe just God brings along or somebody that I've been praying for. And then I would at least like to have 1 sign up by next Tuesday. So that is what my goal is for by next Tuesday. So whoever, I mean, I can say names and we can just go around, or if you want to volunteer, I don't know how you want to do it, but if you want to just pop up and volunteer, by all means do it. If you're all quiet for a minute, then I'll just start spouting out names.
I can go.
Way to go, Teresa. There you go.
So I think that my why is just having, well, I kind of shared it last time. Was it Thursday? I like having a gift to offer people, having a solution to problems that they maybe feel like they don't have solutions to, or like the business side of it. Like for me personally, I feel like the income is a really great opportunity to be able to witness to people and to be able to give into, like invest into them, but not just them, invest into like their spiritual walk, and have kind of like what you were saying, Julia, where it's kind of like a way that you can intertwine Plexus and God, and it's like a combo gift where it's just cool to be able to put them together, and have a team that is also on board with that. And the heart behind it is huge, I feel like, and contagious for sure. And then as far as a goal, I agreed to post at least once a day for 7 days. Um, I think that felt a little bit intimidating. And I think I maybe want to change it to 5 posts by next Tuesday.
I think that's
Um,
good. That's great, Teresa.
okay. Okay. Okay.
Does that seem
Yeah.
scary to you?
A little. Yeah. A
Perfect.
little. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, good.
Then good.
We're on the
Do
same
it.
page.
Do it.
Cool.
Cassie
Did I
wants to
answer
know
your
why
question?
that's scary.
Why what?
Why is it
Why
scary?
5? Why is it scary? Well, I feel like I'm kind of like tapped out with my schedule and I have to carve out the time, but I have to like
So
intentionally plan to do it. And so I'm nervous that I would fail if I don't like follow through with planning it. And so I have to plan it. And then I don't know. I think that's it. It's just that I have to plan it, and
you have to prioritize
alarms. Yeah. Yeah.
alarms.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
There you go. Prioritize it. The other thing I would
Uh-huh.
recommend when it comes to that kind of stuff is when you have thoughts pop into your head, text them down or text them to yourself or put them on a notepad, just because those thoughts can lead into posts later.
That's a really
So,
good point. Yeah, because even if I can't sit down and write a post at that time, I could
right.
still go back to it later. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times I'll find some that I like from other people or I get inspiration from, and I save them on Facebook so that on days that I don't feel like I have anything inspirational to share, then I can go back on the days that I am not feeling it. So I save a lot of posts that way.
I just
Yeah.
did that on Monday. I don't know if any of you saw my post about my pink drink on Monday, but the Monday was very busy. I knew I was going to be at work for like 16 hours and I didn't want to miss the day of posting. So I went on into my Facebook and looked at my saved post and just picked one and then put a picture of me on it and posted it. So definitely start saving posts that you see that you like. You don't have to automatically share them right then, but utilize them for days that you don't like. If you're busy with work or something comes up and you're like, oh, I haven't posted today, just go on and find one of your saved ones and put it out there.
That's a great suggestion. I think to like piggyback on the posting, I think also my goal needs to be following up with people. And I don't know, like, I've never been a huge goal setter, so I'm new to this, but I'm thinking like I need to have a number probably, right?
It's a good
how
idea.
many people.
Because how else are you going to gauge it?
Yeah. I mean, I could set a timer, but then I wouldn't be motivated to move very quickly, probably.
How about a number? What's the number
Yeah.
you're thinking?
I would like to say everybody like that reacts or think
Are you talking
distracted.
about everybody a day? Because that could be a lot.
Well, like on my post, so like I'm thinking about if I reach out to people that either comment or like or whatever on my post, then I could reach out to all of those people. But I don't know if that's too ambitious to actually reach out to all of those people because I don't know how many people it would be.
So I would say still set a goal of a number because here's my deal. I love the concept of reaching for the stars. I like the ambition of that. That's just my personality. I know that's not everybody's. And so what I really want to see for you guys through this is that if you just put your mind to doing a small task, you can accomplish a small task and still move the needle forward in your business. So I really don't want to hear that you're saying, I want to reach out to 50 people a day. I don't really care for that right now because I want it to be something that you will achieve and that you can look at it next week and be like, I'm super proud of myself because I did this. So would it feel kind of scary, but still comfortable enough to say maybe in that time frame, every day that you post, you reach out to 10 of those people? Is that too small, too big? What are your thoughts?
I was kind of thinking 10, but then
Okay.
I'm thinking about the people responding and continuing conversation. Like the next day, would that be reaching out to 10 new people and then following up with the 10 that responded or the 5 that responded or whatever?
I mean, I'd
Because then
say
that's just going to grow.
it does. Yes, that's true.
Well, how about this? I'll see how I do with 10 and
Okay.
then
Yeah,
reassess next Tuesday.
do that. Do 10
Okay.
for the week.
10 a day for the week.
Well, 10 with every day you post, right? If you
So
only
yeah,
wanted to
okay.
post.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
Okay.
see how that goes.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm proud of you.
Yay.
Those are
Yay,
great.
thanks,
I
girl.
love
Thanks.
those. Okay. I'm excited to see how it goes. Thank you, Teresa. All right, Sam posted something. Hold on here. I'm getting there, Sam. Gotta scroll. Okay, Sam says, I love Plexus not only for the products, but for the community. My why is to help people realize they can actually feel better. We shine when we feel good. And oh gosh, my thing is running out of space here. Hold on. Okay. We shine when we feel good, and I can feel that firsthand. My goal for next Tuesday is to have 2 conversations about Plexus and 1 sign on. Awesome. Now, Sam, 3 conversations? Is that scary to you? I gotta pull this up here so it's not like crazy big. She might be busy at the moment, I'm gonna guess. Because I also want it to be a challenge. But so 3 new conversations a day. Oh, okay. I want it to be a challenge, but I want it to be an achievable challenge. 3 a day. Awesome. I think that's good. I know you can do 3 a day. So the 3 for the week, I was kind of like, and I know you can do more than that.
And I think the biggest thing is us as women, we overthink everything, right? And so reaching out can be like, happy birthday. Did you have any fun plans? What did you do? Like conversations can really just be that. We are paid to be professional connectors that a lot of people stopped doing. Like, think of it. A lot of people stopped connecting with people. You know, think of the last meaningful conversation you really had. You know, people are striving for connection. And so really think of it that way too.
Okay. So Sam, I know you have been really busy. What about doing 1 a day? Because I feel like that's still doing something consistently. But you are a lot like me, my friend. And you're like, oh, that's too little. Okay, let's do 20. Like, you know, you're like, let's go for it. And so I want it to be something that you consistently can say, I did. And even 2 a day, if you feel like 2, okay, there we go. I like it. Because I know that it's something that has been hard for you lately with all of your moving and all of that stuff. So I definitely want it to be a challenge, but I also don't want it to be something that you can't look back next week and say, I didn't do it. So, and also keep in mind, you guys, that we're trying to honor the 2 days off a week. So we're talking 5 days, not a full 7, because the 2 days off a week are really important for your mental health, your physical health, your family health, all of those things. Aye, Captain. I love you. Okay. Who else here? Let's see here. I read Sam's, Teresa went. Ashley, go for it, girly.
I can go. My why is just, I mean, I like the products, but the community above everything else. And I want to be that community. I want to build a team where I feel like I came into such a great community. I want to bring others in. And I think just showing people Jesus, but also showing them health. I've always been very pro health, and I want to continue that, obviously, and I want to bring others along, but also show them Jesus too. So that's my why. Hang on, guys, just a second. My goal, I like Sam's idea. I don't talk to as many people as she does, so I was thinking like maybe 3 new conversations in the next 5 days, because I don't have any conversations now. And then I'm hoping to sign on my friend in the next day so she can start do the reset group. And I hope that goes through. And then I'll be like 1 away from silver, I think. Maybe.
I think that's right. Yes.
Which is because I really don't talk about it to anybody. They just see my posts. So I guess I just need to keep posting because I still am very bad about that.
So what about we add that to your goals? Like, would you say posting at least, 4 times by next Tuesday?
Yeah, I like that.
It doesn't seem too overwhelming.
No, not at all.
Okay.
And I liked your idea of saving Facebook posts too.
Especially as you start to friend, and I would almost encourage you guys to do this if you haven't done this. Friend some of the people, some of the other people in Plexus that you're learning about, even if it's just by name and you haven't actually met them. If they're a Plexus person, they'll happily friend you. And I have gone on, and there are certain like diamonds that I love their content, and I follow them. And then periodically when they post something that is like really good, I save that. So don't be afraid to do that. Those are really good ways of finding content for yourself. And even even inspiration for yourself. So
I like it.
Ashley, I want to ask you a question. What you doing? What you doing?
Hang on just a moment. Well, my kiddos just got home from their daddies.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to take up too much time then because I'm sure they probably want to see you. But at some point, I'm going to ask you this just real quick, and then I want you to make sure you love on them. I want to know how powerful it would be for you to be in a room full of like 150 people, a lot of them probably single moms, whom God has used your story to absolutely transform their lives through not only your story, but the supplements and the community. What would that mean to you?
It would be pretty powerful. My first thing, my anxiety is like, no way.
You just tell that anxiety to go away. Don't tell Jesus no, man. You don't do that.
Right. But I do, now that I'm a single mom and realize like how freaking hard it is every second, I have like thought about that. It's funny that you mentioned that because I've actually thought about like trying to find like other single moms. Like Christy, like actually a lot of my friends that are signing on and stuff are single, or that have questions, and I think they're interested in income, but more than anything, I want to be that shining light of Jesus for them because I know they need the support. I need the support, and we get it how really hard things are right now. And we're all in the same boat, even if we're on a different river or whatever the analogy is.
I like that analogy. So what do you think it is that they're seeing?
Hopefully they see my joy. I mean, that's one thing I know that hi buddy, a lot of people actually at my hospice, I kind of get made fun of being the person that's always happy. And I'm all like, I'm not always happy. I have to work super hard to have this joy because I was like, I've got so much going on that I cry constantly. So I was like, when I'm out, I want to have that brave face and show that joy in Jesus because I know he's there and I know I just need to lean on him.
So I want you to remember that all of your friends that are watching you, especially those single mamas, are watching you because you inspire them.
Yeah, I've actually had several people, they haven't even asked about the Plexus products. They've sent me messages on Facebook just saying, thanks for being motivational, and we're going through stuff too. And I just want you to know that you're a light for us or for me. And I'm just like, wow, I didn't even think of that. I'm just trying to share stuff that boosts my mood. And I'm getting people that are, and there's other single moms too that are saying the same thing. So
God, yeah, I agree with Sam. You are one of the strongest people I know. And your strength is incredibly inspiring. And your resilience is even more inspiring. And I just want you to remember that because it is absolutely no coincidence that I bring that up because I had no idea that you had been thinking about that. But I think the Lord is calling you to something of that nature. And I have no doubt that Plexus can be a platform for that because I've seen it and I personally have felt it. So I just want you to remember that. And even at some point, Ashley, I would even journal about that.
okay, that's probably a good idea.
I'm so proud of you, my friend. I love you so much.
Oh, thank you. It's been a hard couple days.
I know.
Always.
Well, I've been at work, so I haven't had to actually I haven't actually gotten to hug your neck, but I will tomorrow. I'll find you.
You're good. I see your hubby all the time.
I know, because he's been the one running the house since I've been at work the last 3 days. So I will see you tomorrow, though.
Okay.
You go love on your babies.
Okay.
Proud of you.
Thanks, ladies. I love you all.
Love you, girl. Proud of you. It's so good. We don't realize the impact. You think of it like I was at Costco leaving and I just saw this mom and how she was just treating her daughter. she was singing to her as they were walking to their car. And I think that we forget the impact we can make with people even just watching from afar. Like
Yeah.
it's powerful.
So powerful. Okay, share Hannah. Which one you just want to stick out?
I will go, but it's not gonna be so interesting to all y'all. I don't have any go right now. I am trying to pull myself out of the valley. That's, I guess, can be my goal.
What creates valley, Shara?
All the failures and frustrations and everything that's I am fighting right now. So I
That
made it
is-
on this call, so I call that a win.
I am so proud of you. That I was so excited to see your face. I'm not gonna lie. I was so excited to see you. So just know that. But let me remind you, did you get a chance to listen to that sermon that I sent you?
Half of it.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay.
I'm the only one at work right now. That other girl had to quit, so it's just me.
I know you're working your butt off, girl. No worries. But it made me think of it because you were talking about coming out of the valley. So I'm going to pray that you get to watch or you get to listen to the rest of that this week sometime, because he talks about how our valleys feel like failures and darkness, but what creates a valley is there's mountains on both sides, right? So you have come over a mountain, you are in the valley of preparation, and the Lord has something amazing for you. There's always an up, because God is on your side. So remember that.
Have y'all seen that video of the two bears going up the snow?
Yes.
And the baby keeps falling down. That is me. I keep falling down. I just keep falling down. Just falling down.
Do you think that whenever we fall down, that what I'm trying to think of how to word this. Do you think that whenever we fall down, that we learn something each time?
Yeah. I mean, our failures and stuff just like that. And you learn from the failures, and that's what makes you stronger.
Right.
But I don't want to say everything that's on my heart while we're being recorded in front of everybody. So we'll
That's
talk
okay.
later.
That's okay. That's okay. So just remember, I just want to encourage you with that, because God's got amazing things planned for everybody. Do you believe that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So no matter what the storm, we can trust that whatever he has planned on the other side is going to change our lives, right?
Right.
Or it can, I should say. I mean, obviously we have free will. We don't have to do, whatever it is, but it is always, and I'm not saying it's like just always plexus either. Obviously there's so much more to life than that. But what I'm saying is, even though you feel like you're in a valley, allow that to be time where you're seeking out what you're supposed to learn. Because that's one thing I have really tried to remember to do whenever I feel like I'm down and I feel like just super frustrated by things. I try to remind myself, okay, Lord, what do you like? And sometimes I get kind of sassy about it. I know that surprises you all. And I'm just like, what the crap do you have for me? Because I'm just done, And you know what? This is something that was really big to me one time that somebody said. God can handle our anger, and he can handle our sass, and he can handle our frustrations, right? We just have to remember that he's always the one that we're going to. Thumbs up.
No, it's guns. Me and my son have a thing.
Okay.
See who can get each other first. He just walked through the door. Sorry.
That's funny. I was like, hi. But just remember that, because as long as it's him that you're retreating to when you have those frustrations, even though in the midst, sometimes it's hurt and pain, you're still winning because you're going to him. You can't lose by doing it that way.
to be truthful, I've not even told anybody. I pulled away even from that. And I'm trying to get back into that because yeah, honestly, I've pulled away pretty bad from that because like you said, frustrating, and you're kind of angry, and it's like I've done everything. I've done what I felt. And so it's like, okay, fine. I'm, just kind of give up. So I'm pulling myself. I mean, literally, I switched my radio station. I mean, like that's how it's back, but I literally went there. I
Yeah.
switched my radio station. I really stopped praying. I stopped going to church again. I mean, literally pulled away. So I'm trying to get back there, and I'm getting there. I'm getting back, but
I'm proud of you.
this month has been really hard. And I'm right now at the point of deciding whether to continue this or to stop. So
Have you weighed your
that's
pros and cons of all
completely,
of that? That's okay.
yeah. And
I want you to be honest.
I'm leaning more on stopping. So
Well, we will
unfortunately.
pray for that because honestly, Shara, I want the Lord to have his way with you,
Right.
right?
Right.
And above all else, that's what's important, is that you're following and whatever it is that the Lord is leading you. Obviously, all of us, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I may throw a bit of a fit about it, but it's okay. We can work through my fits. But do you feel God drawing you?
Nope.
Do you have people that reach out to you periodically to encourage you?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
A lot of you.
Do you have people reach out to give you what do I want to say? To like give you different things to do, like that they just thought of you and they're like, hey, I felt like this was something that I was supposed to share with you.
Yeah.
So what is it that keeps you from seeing that is the Lord pulling at you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know that is. I thought you were meaning something else.
Oh, okay. But so you can see him there and present.
Well, some things, yeah.
Yeah. So he hasn't left.
Well, no. I know he hasn't left. It's just, yeah.
You were thinking, oh. Yes, Hannah, is that what
Right.
you're answering? Yeah. Yeah, with with business specifically.
Right.
Yeah, no, I'm just meaning in life, like in life.
Gotcha. Oh yeah. Because I'll tell you right now, like our air conditioner went out, and it just happened that we had extra money in our savings account to pay for it. Stuff like that. I know, and
Awesome.
that's another reason why I'm pulling back. I'm coming back. It's because it's like little stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
So
Have you thought of doing a prayer journal, like writing?
I do.
Okay,
I already do.
good.
One thing is
Mhm.
trying to come up with more like ideas or things to kind of help her along. Because like things are like, oh, have you tried this? Yes, she's done this, or yes, she's doing this, and it's just, I know God's timing is perfect for everyone, but I'm really, really praying the harvest comes for her very soon, because she has diligently put the effort in and diligently made the post and reached out and done the messenger chats and done the Facebook events and done the hosting, and like journals. Like she's done the trainings. Like, so we need God to really either show us as leaders what could be a missing link, because I'm kind of honestly at a loss, and and I don't know what else to do or say, because she really, everything that I can think of, she's definitely doing, and she's even like expanding her 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 network, which is huge. Like she's doing the things. So we need God to show up and show out. And like, go ahead.
That's why, to me, I'm like, okay, maybe I'm not supposed to do this. Maybe I was only supposed to do this till now and meet all you guys, and then that's it, because I'm not going nowhere. I'm doing all the things. So that's one of the battles I'm fighting right now, is I'm like, maybe am I fighting against him and trying to continue and getting so frustrated and getting so mad, or is he really saying, enough, you're done, move on to the next chapter? See, so I'm battling that right now, and I want to do what he wants me to do. I don't want to go against, so I'm stuck in this, and I'm still new at a lot of it, which all y'all know. So I don't know what I don't know.
Isn't that the beautiful
Just
thing?
tell me.
But here's the thing. The beautiful thing is we don't know. We know God can't tell us, but the only thing that he can do is give us winks, like the $300, like things like that. I think like he's providing things and showing you things. Sometimes, we see, and then sometimes we don't. Sometimes those voices aren't as loud as what we really hope they should be. And like, okay, God, tell me I'm done with this right now. Or we might be like, okay, if I sign one more person this week, then I know I'm supposed to stay. Sometimes God is just wanting us to be so faithful that we stay in it, to know that he's the one in control versus ourselves. And that's the hard part, to really let go and still put in that faith effort. And that's the hard work in the journey, because it's not one that you get a return from, eventually. And so like what Hannah said, like on the outside, it looks like you are doing everything possible, even on the inside, everything, but it could be that God has more. And I read this recently about sometimes your faith has to be stronger than God's answer. And I was like, Sometimes your faith has to be stronger than God's answer, because we as humans want an answer right away, and sometimes even like, okay, God, I've been waiting, I've been praying, but I don't hear anything yet. Like, come on now. And I've had to get my hat and what my ambitions are out of the table and realize, what am I doing? What am I doing on this earth? And what is my journey in this? Well, my why is to help bring other people closer to Christ. My journey is to help people get people closer in their health, to feel like they can do more in this life. My journey is the long game. And once I had to realize to shift those points of not hitting Emerald every month, or not hitting those numbers that I kept putting every single month. And every time I didn't hit it, I viewed myself as a failure, because then I saw myself as, well, maybe I'm not a good leader. Maybe I shouldn't lead this team. There's no way, because if I can't have success in my team, why should I even try? If I still am pushing every single month for Emerald, but yet nobody else seems to, even want to try, why am I here? Because if my team isn't, it's showing that I'm a bad leader. Like, that's how, when you go to all these leadership courses, they're like, you've got to look at yourself in the mirror. And I'm like, I am. What am I missing then? Because if my team isn't winning, then I'm the bad leader of showing them that what they aren't doing is possible. All of those things. And so you almost have to like take your eyes off of what your journey is and realize God has a bigger journey for you. And that was a big eye opener for me about 1.5 years ago, of like letting go. And that was hard, because my time is valuable, but.
So Shara, one of the questions that I just feel like I'm being prompted to ask you is, what is it what is it that you are not accomplishing that makes you feel like you're failing at this?
Hi.
Building a team. You know,
Okay.
just building a team, and I think that's it. Just building a team and getting those other business builders to, and then getting people to see what we all see. I don't know. I don't know. It's just I am not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere.
Well, I have seen like Ashley has been doing really great. Like she's been, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure she chats with you a little bit more probably since we don't get to see her as much, but I know she's been doing really good. Erin's been present on a lot of different things. So I know both of them have been doing good. And I think that's a reflection of your leadership. I mean, because you're telling them the things to do and they're doing them. So I think that's definitely one thing to feel accomplished about, because
Yeah.
I just saw Ashley's post, I think it was today, that about her son. That was amazing. That made my heart so happy for her. I
That was
love
you.
that.
That was you. Think of that. You would have, if you stepped away a year ago, that wouldn't have happened because she wouldn't have been pushed to continue. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so sometimes we almost have to see God winks, and what we're doing is the right journey in those moments. Not, and as hard as it is, paycheck, not points, not, wow, I didn't sign anybody the last 3 months. You almost have to be like, but God, look what you're doing in Ashley and her son. Okay, God, look what you're doing in Erin. Look how many people came to convention. Look at the things that I know you're trying to show me, but my eyes aren't open to see yet. Like, help me have my eyes opened so that what your journey is for me is much stronger than what I believe my journey should be. And I pray that you have those eyes and you start seeing more of that without us even saying it or things like that, because Ashley wouldn't have had that story, and there's more to come. I know it.
Yeah.
One of the last things I'll mention, and then I do want you to, first of all, sorry, my legs are really uncomfortable. I've been on them a lot lately, so I'm like trying to get comfortable in this stupid chair. I do want you to share your why. I want you to share your original why for Plexus. Okay, so I do want you to do that. But one thing that just kind of came to me, and I feel like would be helpful to you, is realizing how something that has been very, very helpful to me is pulling myself out of, I know we say it all the time, but it is so true, getting to where you have to be unattached to the outcome. Just talking about it because you love it, and just talking about the people, because I know for a while there you were doing that, like you were talking to people. But I think having that freedom, like to me lately, that's been freeing. Just being unattached to the outcome of what people say. I feel like I'm in a cloud right now, you guys. Okay, here we go. My lighting is better. Anyways, being unattached with the outcome of people saying yes or no. And then also realizing that it's not for everybody, and that's okay. And then my last one is not focusing. And I think I said this in one of our deals the other day, and you kind of hit on it, Cassie, but not focusing on the numbers. I think that's something that we've kind of transitioned a little bit in the last probably even a couple months, because I was on my back office every other day looking at my numbers, and I just would get frustrated, and it was very daunting to me. And so literally Cassie asked me today, she's like, what's your numbers at? And I was like, I don't know, because I haven't been on there for a while. But and I think that goes along with focusing and being in it and saying, I know I'm going to get there whenever God's ready for me to get there. But I'm continuing to be obedient in the action. I'm continuing to do that. If it goes somewhere, and this is something you could do too. If it goes somewhere, great. If it doesn't, then eventually it doesn't. You know, I've been a firm believer in that all along. Is it's one of those things, if you keep sharing and you keep talking to people and people are like, oh, that's cool. Because here's what I've been told. A lot of people, whenever I am talking to them now, they're like, you were just like, there's no pressure. It's like you could care less if I sign up. And I'm like, well, actually I could. I mean, I obviously know they work, and I know it will change your life. But if you don't want that, that's not on me. I can't control that. And so maybe that would help a little bit, and just trying to remind yourself, you know what, this I'm going to put out here because it has changed my life. But if it's not for you, that I can't help you with that. Like, I'm sorry for you because it's changed my life, and I know it can change your life, you know, with your testimony and stuff. I love you all. We are going really late, and I'm really sorry. This has been really important tonight, you guys. So important. I hope you know that, because it has been amazing. Welcome, Lydia. It's good to see your face. Shara, real quick, I would love for you to share why it is that Plexus lays heavily on your heart.
My why was because I wanted to earn extra money to help people in need. Because I grew up in unfortunate environments. I've actually lived on my own since I was 16. So I want to be able to give back and help. That, and I'm of course getting my products paid for because I have a big family, and you know,
Every little bit
But-
helps.
Exactly. And I have an eyelash fetish that I gotta pay
Cassie.
for, which, yeah, that would be her. But anyways, I actually had them all. I've got them off because I decided, since I'm losing my job, I don't need to be spending any money, which I only spend Plexus money on those. But I'm like, well, I could use that for gas or something. But I decided self-care is more important. I'll just figure out a way to pay for them. So then I got stung by the wasp, so I had to cancel my appointment.
Hey, maybe
you
that's a
lost.
God wink that's like, hey, let's wait on those lashes for just a little bit.
We have an air conditioner
Sorry.
coming up. Right? Right? God knew.
God knew. He
Well,
always
yeah.
knows ahead of time. Always.
Well, I would appreciate not getting stung.
No,
and
I know. I
could
was
have
just
had
thinking
done
that, but
something else.
like, right. Maybe God don't bring a wasp to my eye. Like, change that. So Lydia, she got
Yeah.
literally stung by a
It was-
wasp on her eyelid.
Oh, it was so sad.
3
Holy-
times. Right
You almost couldn't even see
there,
her
right
eye.
there, and right there.
It's
It was
so
crazy.
sad.
You guys,
it literally
I can,
flew into my eye like a fly and stuff. It literally flew in my eye, and I went like that, and it got caught in my hair because my hair is like forever long, and I didn't even know what it was until I started feeling the fire.
That
And
just
then it was
sounds
stuck in
terrible.
my hair, and yeah, it was
Okay, so
fun.
I have some questions for every single person besides
Can I
Lydia.
get-
who just got started today. What?
Can I get Shara's goals real quick?
Oh, yes. But she might
I don't know.
just wait.
She can set one goal.
Okay.
She
I made it to the call.
I am
Yes,
proud of you.
and
How about
last week. But here's the thing. That means this means a lot to you, or you wouldn't have shown up.
It does.
No,
What
you all
about-
mean a lot to me.
I have an idea.
Go for it.
2 goals, Shara. You ready?
Mhm.
Use something from your journaling this week to make a post.
Mhm.
And number 2, show up to next week's call.
Okay.
See, goals
That's
don't have
easy.
to be exactly.
Small goals.
Oh, and
Baby steps.
wait, I want to add one and do the Devo I sent you.
Oh,
Oh, I have been doing that.
Okay, good. Good, because that one's powerful. Have you been
bam.
doing?
Let me just note this, that Cassie Howard was going to let Shara off of here without making any goals. I'm just going to say what.
Very true.
I'll journal
Alright.
that.
You should. You should. Cassie was so scared to say anything else that she didn't even set me a goal.
Cassie was
That's how much she
scared.
loves you. You brought her to
That's how
sight.
much I love you, because I want you to see God's winks in his journey for you, not another task or thing you feel like you're going to fail.
No,
Well,
and I
that's
think that's
this
the
month,
point.
and kind of this month, like you said, Julia, I have pulled back a little bit. Like, I don't know what my numbers are. I don't, because
worry about it.
I haven't looked. But see, I always got in my back office because I always check my credit cards. So I see my number every day. So I haven't. I've kind of stepped back this month, and I'm like, you know what? I finally started posting again, which is huge. It was hard not to, because I'm so used to it, and that's one of my I'm good at posting daily.
Yeah, you are.
But I forgot where I was going with that.
Goals I didn't set for you, failure, scared, God,
Pulled away from numbers.
yeah, numbers.
Oh, yeah, pulled away. So that's kind of where I've at. I thought, well, I can post, and if it's for somebody, it's for somebody. And I've started praying, tell me what you want me to post, show me whatever, just let me whatever you think I need. So that's kind of my focus right now.
Okay.
I'm like, what's coming out, Julia? It's coming. I can see it.
I'm trying to be really patient and let you finish before I just be like, it's really hard. But here's what I'm thinking.
Proud
and
of you.
I really am trying to pay attention to the time, you guys, but I really feel like this is powerful and the Lord has us here for a reason. So if you have to go, I get it. But this is the Lord's work, okay? I just want to challenge you with a question. What if God allowed you to get angry and bitter at him, to pull away and push away and get so frustrated that you had to stop looking at it as numbers? Because every time, otherwise, you've always been paying attention to the numbers.
Mhm.
Have you thought
That's
about
very
that?
true. Very true. No.
I think you should journal about that.
Okay.
I think she
I
just
love
set
it.
another challenge for you. So there you go. I didn't do that one. So
Hannah, I really need to get to yours, but Cassie's got something to say, so we're gonna let her say it.
oh,
Do you want me to go to
no.
Hannah?
Go to Hannah and then we'll do it really fast, because
Okay.
everybody think, what is one thing that you have loved about Plexus? Because for somebody like Lydia that's brand new, we're going to be working me and Lydia here in a minute, because I'm gonna help that girl go silver real fast. But
Lydia's like, me?
But one thing that you have loved about Plexus, and I want you to share it here in a second after, we'll just do it really fast. If everybody knows what it is, like, we'll just like date, go.
Community.
Community.
Power of our bodies.
Ooh. Who else?
Community, power of our bodies. How many of us are on there?
I mean,
Community. I'm
yeah,
right there.
community. I think the power of bringing more to his kingdom in this community. There can be other communities in Plexus, right? But I love our community for that reason.
I think Sam said community, Ashley said community. Hannah, did
I
you
was
say
thinking
community?
community, but I was like, oh no, I have to think of something else. I
Isn't it
really
funny
like
how
that's the
our
way I
brains
feel.
do that? Oh, she said that. I can't say that now.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you hear me though? I said the way I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Lydia, do you
Another
want to chime
thing
in?
is like all the encouragement and the support, and um honestly, a lot of it could be answered prayers too, because I know for me, I prayed for like-minded women to have friends with, because my husband has all kinds of friends that come over, they go do stuff. Me, I go to work, come home to my kids. I don't have people I can, hey, how are you doing? I don't. And so in the middle of praying for my stomach issues, I also prayed for that, and I got both. So
Yeah.
that's another reason why I'm still on here.
See? I love it. Community. Sam said community as well, and hope for healing. And now that's a post. Look at that. That is such a post. All of us can use that as a post.
Look at Sam being a leader.
I know, right? And I think I've heard her say that she like doesn't see herself in certain, anyway, all the things, but Community, Hannah, yes, and I agree. Look at this smile coming back. Okay. So I cannot wait. And again, if y'all need to leave, please go. But what has been beautiful is that you guys, I met Lydia at Hannah's spa thing, and that was a God connection. So no, when you feel like
You're so funny, Teresa.
Huh?
I said, you're so funny, Teresa.
What'd she do?
She says, I can't touch you.
I said it's not the same. I can't touch you.
It's so funny.
Lydia's best feature is she loves physical touch. So it's so great because she's like, she wants to hug everybody. And it's amazing. 'Cause that's the same with me. I'm like, can I just hug you? I literally remember getting pulled over by a cop and he didn't write me a ticket. And I asked him if I could hug him. So there you go. No joke. And
I
so,
would have done the same thing, I feel like. I'd have been like,
probably.
thank you.
Exactly. I know you would have. But I'm just saying this is like, what if I didn't go to Hannah's thing that day? What if I didn't surprise her at that? I wouldn't have met Lydia. Like you have to know that there's God winks everywhere that sometimes we miss. And then we had a great meeting today and got to hear so much of her story that you guys, I cannot wait for you to hear her story. It is a powerful God redeeming story of you would never believe that she has gone through so much turmoil and life to where she's at today. Like, holy smokes. So
Aw, thanks, guys.
it's powerful.
Not many, I don't really share it. It took a lot for me to share it. So, but that says something about you guys. Just saying.
Yeah.
So comfortable enough to do that I haven't done that in a long time. So
That's
I
the
know.
work of God. He's
Crazy.
wanting you to get comfortable with your testimony.
Yes.
Oh.
Well,
It's okay. You don't have to be that comfortable with all of us yet. It's okay. But one of these days, God will
Yeah.
work it. Good.
yeah,
God works in mysterious ways. I know that.
he does all the time. And I cannot wait for them when you're ready to share that because girl, I think we forget that God gives us all a different story. And this is what I'm going to talk about at the retreat too, is like, we all have a unique story, but then we sometimes forget that God gave it to us, even in the turmoil. He didn't want us to go through all of the valleys and everything that we've gone through, but our story impacts other people. And that's what we're here for. We're here for other people, not just ourselves. And so he has done so much, I know, in my journey that, I share a lot of that. Like Sam, he restored my marriage. Same. Like, I can't tell you how many times he's restored my marriage, not just once, like several times. He's done miraculous things that obviously is him. So anyway, cannot wait. But for everyone, I'm just so glad that you got to meet Lydia really quick, but I also want to respect our time. And I'm so glad that you guys came on team call.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, well, you stay on because we're going to be working. I'm going to stop the recording really quick.
Okay.
And we're going to get you those 3 people, my friend.